Hi, this is Nick here at OnlyFabs. I've got a new logo which I'm really excited about and actually was made by a friend of mine. I delivered beer at his doorstep and then I asked, hey, can you design me a new logo? So it's up here. I love it. It's amazing. And actually, you need to do something about the cosmetics. Always have something to upgrade or increase when you're doing content like I'm doing right now. So, most importantly, we've had a pre release weekend behind us. And this is a small recap from, well, not so much learning experience because other people do that more extensively and better. And I'm going to link them in the description. But of course, I can tell about the experience. And that's something that I really want to talk about because road trips are bangers. And it made me reminisce of old times traveling to tournaments with friends. Man, I miss that. It's even a 5 hour trip, the 2 hours that you're driving for the first stop where we sold a ton of magic because we need to sell all the magic and buy all the flesh and blood. Those 2 hours, they went by like the fastest ever. They went by like, I don't even know what we talked about, and it was like, oh, we're 10 minutes and we're there, and it was 2 hours, a blink of an eye. Maybe also because it was a really long time ago, but all in all, it was really fun. And of course, chatting about all the old tournaments, which were mostly the uh, 03 drop gang, but at least we're having fun. Yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting something, but mostly I was really tired when I started at the tournament. So my gameplay experience wasn't the best with 1-3, but it made me start dreaming of organizing tournaments eventually because with self-test and the Blitz.nl monthly that we even do, tournaments in the flesh and blood, I'm starting to believe again. So this pre-release weekend was full of hopes and dreams. And talking about dreams, yeah, I opened a legendary. So maybe that's streamer privilege. Somebody said that, but I don't even stream. I just make YouTube videos. The actually the gameplay, I focused on the reds of the class, counted 30 and called it a day. I noticed that there was actually no gear that you're fighting with, so you're actually fighting naked, which was kind of weird, but it was a first time experience playing sealed whenever. So maybe you should not focus too much on playing all the reds in your class that you want to play. I just laid all the reds down. Hey, these look good. I'll play those. I'll add some more. I'm on 30. Let's go. I think, well, for the next time, I'm going to watch Raven's video again, which you can find in the description. And actually, he goes way more in depth about how you should organize because half an hour is it's not a lot of time to make your deck, but especially with sealed, the pool is really limited, so you can focus. Um, no, not focus. It should be relatively easy to, if you know the cards and you know what to look for, what are the busted limited cards, to push through and not be doubting, should I play this, should I play that, and just make a decision, like what Flesh and Blood is really about with playing on a timer. But that's the sealed experience. All in all my pre-releases were mostly about looking at the new cards, being amazed by the art, having a great experience, and overall having the best of fun. And again, normally you have a great pool and a shitty limited pool, or you have an excellent limited pool and you win more packs. So hopefully that was everybody's experience because that's the only way I can reason with myself for going 1-3. So the monthly is coming around. Everybody's going to play new heroes, and I actually gunning for an older hero. I've been eyeballing the cold foil weapons that a buddy of mine had for quite a substantial time, and he finally caved and he sold them to me. Um, Like, yeah, uh, I'm still grateful for the really friendly pricing that he gave me. So, and today I actually bought the Kassai called for promo, just to have a complete package. And the only small teeny tiny thing I have to do is open the Valiant Dynamos, or somebody else has to do it and trade them with me. But that's the plan. And why does this make Kassai so good or interesting for me? Well, actually, everybody has read the cards, so the interesting part is if you attack twice with weapons, then you remove the battle worn counter. No, all I'm going to do is throw this one at it each and every turn, have enough sources of go again to actually keep on attacking with the Centauri Sabers. Of course, you still need an action point to attack with a second time, but we're looking at an action point and just one resource due to the Kassai ability. So it's interesting, and of course you can gain a lot of block with this, which in total increase your life total. And there's nothing like it currently in Flesh and Blood pool, so it's interesting to investigate, right? That's what we're here for. Of course, the source of go again, Warrior's Valor. Maybe it's not as good without reprise, but probably with all the reprise that Durantia plays. But I'll probably play some of those reprise effects, especially I think the Iron Song reprise, whatever that gives +3 for 0 if you have reprise, and the blue one because +1 is really cheeky to get that damage to. Of course, you have another Spoilers for the unconditional go again, really important and strong. And of course, works with the copper tokens. I haven't even mentioned it here in sheets, but of course, the reason to play all this is cash in. Hit and Run actually now has a decent second ability, and I think you should even play it Rainbow. Still, I haven't had all the physical cards, and I really like brewing with the physical card. Seeing it in front of me, of course, Tabletop Simulator, they're amazing softwares, but there's a big difference between reading a book, having that paper in your hands, and reading a book on a screen. Still still don't have some digital paper, which I don't know, reading PDFs and such doesn't do it for me. But Hit and Run, interestingly, second ability now finally goes off. But here's where it gets interesting. Why is Durantia good? You can add an additional time with Dawnblade, and of course all the annoying reprise effects where do I need to block or can I not block this turn and just take 3 damage. But now the reason why, except for of course the boots that makes the deck, but there's also a couple of other interesting cards that caught my attention. Because now you get Twinning Blade with Duskpath Pilgrimage. You can actually play a rainbow set of Twinning Blades. So this increases the chances that you can attack an additional time, which is interesting due to the fact that it keeps the +1 from the block. So if they block with a attack reaction, is it attack action? With an attack action, it gets +1 and it keeps that +1. So Duskpath Pilgrimage helps to keep on the pressure with the counter being increased, and you can attack an additional time with this weapon. Of course, it doesn't keep the buff, but every damage counts to some extent, and your second weapon attack still counts for it. Doesn't need to be another weapon. See, your second sword attack each turn costs 1 less. So, still interesting. The Centauri Sabers, and of course, second swing. I don't know if it's good, but it is interesting. At least you can test it. Yellow now gives +3, or actually a source of +4 to a weapon, which increases the total attack to 6, which makes it easy to block, of course. But then you get +1, triggering the Kassai ability, making cash in more easily readily available. I don't know if it's good, but that's what our monthly is all about: testing something. Because if you have an idea, you need to test it. Test it. And paper is patience, and predictions don't hold. I'm going to go as bold as that one, because you can do all sorts of predictions on paper, but how the meta shapes up and how everything plays against each other, what pushes out what, X, Y, Z. I talked about it in a previous video. So if X pushes out Y, but Z is the block to that, Of course, rock, paper, scissors, everybody knows that. That's an easy example. But if you have a rock, paper, scissors situation, then if Kassai is the scissor and rock is the top dog, it's not a good pick. But if it's paper, it's getting interesting. So, if you actually want to play and you speak Dutch, you can be gracious in defeat and humble in victory. Leave a comment. Really do. We play in once a month in a friendly setting where you plan your own matches, and we don't do time. That's mostly because we want to make everybody think through what effect it is that they're trying to achieve, what does my deck want to do, and actually learn all the cards and actually learn the game and get good first, get quick later. So actually that was everything I wanted to talk about today. I've a couple of more ideas what I gotta test it before I can make it work. Yeah, that's actually all of it. So I'm really rambling now, but it doesn't matter. I've got what I wanted to. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you next time.